Greetings, fellow Transformers fans, and welcome back to another Transformers video. And in this video, we are taking a look at Scourge from the 1986 Transformers line, the newly released figure. But that's not all. We have a special guest below me, right here. We have Ben from Cybertron Surgery. Cybertron Surgery is an awesome all Transformers source. He can do it. Anything you want with your Transformers figures. He's been an awesome advocate of mine, and I have of his as well. I'm sure you've seen him all my reviews. Over to the side here, he's done the Space Bridge. We've done the Sound Blaster Throne from the Netflix series. So yeah, so Ben, tell us what Cybertron Surgery is and all about the exciting things that you do.
Yeah, howdy Dan. Yeah, well, you know well, but everyone else, I mainly work in 3D printing and design. That's resin printing, machine printing, and different versions of plastic. I also do cast molding and painting and all sorts. And the desired idea is to be able to bring someone's diorama or designs to life and also upgrade Transformers with kits and stuff. I know everybody has started to get into finding third-party kits and upgrades, you know, usually from China and so on. And I guess I'm just trying to provide that Australian alternative to the kits and things available at the moment.
Awesome, yeah, and that's a mighty collection you've got behind you there. And I can hear the printers running in the background there.
Yeah, there's just a few inside at the moment that are all running safe materials, so I won't die from these ones. Yeah, the different materials, they let off gases and stuff, so I have a whole bunch in the shed which are all safely away.
Wow. And how long has Cybertron Surgery been running for as a company and as a whole?
Well, as a whole, I've been doing modding and stuff for my Transformer bot for probably like good 5 or 6 years. I've been collecting since I was a kid, though.
Yeah.
And adding kits and doing things like that. But then Cybertron Surgery itself has only been an official entity for 2 years now. So yeah, we're still fairly new. I'm still trying to get the message out there that we exist and as an alternative.
Awesome. And you've recently just started actually selling the bots on your site there as well, really helping us out here in Australia. So I've actually gotten this figure from you, the two here. So we've got we've got two of them, one to have in the jet form and one to have in the robot form. So you know these came nicely packed, super quick postage, no issues there. You've got all the different sort of payment methods on your site and everything. So yeah, it's been awesome to be able to get these figures there from you. Well worth the wait, and even though I can't even say there really was a wait. So I have not seen this in retail. Have you seen this on the store shelves anywhere? Because
it's just popping up now.
Yeah, there you go.
This week.
You've had the upper hand. I'm pretty sure you sold out of him now, have you? Or
no, I actually still have a back order of a few crates more coming in. So fingers crossed I'll be able to throw more up on the site in the next week or two. Yeah.
Awesome, yeah, definitely. Everybody should definitely want to get this figure. So let's talk about the figure here and just the release in general. I mean, I think it just came out of nowhere. I mean, there was a rumor that we're going to do some Transformers movie releases. And when I first saw that, I didn't even bother reading any further. I was like, oh, it's going to be a Bayformer thing. Oh, like what? 86? Like, no way. What? And I was hoping for Galvatron. I really was. I was like, oh, imagine like movie style Galvatron, like with the modern sort of way they're done. But then they just blew it out of the water, and they've presented as this awesome figure.
But they've said that if you watch the latest Earthrise, they throw in the Galvatron for a second there.
Yeah.
And he's very based on the 86 style.
Yep.
Then in the recent release of information about upcoming releases in the Kingdom range, they said Galvatron.
Yes.
Fingers crossed.
Yes, fingers crossed. Let's see it. But I said that on the first wave, and the second wave, whatever it is that they had for Kingdom and that, and he's still not popping up. So hopefully it'll be around when the new series drops and stuff. So the next season. So. Yeah, so let's jump into the figure review. So we've got Scourge here in his 86 form. We've got the awesome backdrop that he comes with there, you can see. So absolutely wasn't expecting that. I mean, like, it's just awesome. Now it's obviously up for discussion who Scourge actually turns into. It looks like it is an Insecticon, but it could be, you know, anything and anything. They never actually really disclosed who transformed into who evolved into who.
Who.
Really, did they?
That's
So
true.
it's like that's been a mystery since 1986. But he's got his awesome blast effect here we can see, which is really cool. The detail on him is just absolutely awesome. I mean, the face sculpt, he's got his pink fingernails and stuff. The wings, everything about it,
Very
just
classic.
yeah, very classic. It just stands out. Just looks absolutely amazing. I really couldn't fault it. The articulation is really good, I think, there too. So the legs, arms, everything seems to move quite nicely. You can get in some pretty awesome poses. The insignia on the chest there, all the sort of bits around him here are really cool. Then yeah, at the back, it doesn't get too messy when you look at him at the back there, but you're always going to have him facing like that.
There's not too much kibble on the back, but yeah, as long as you're facing him forward, you're not going to worry about it anyway.
Yeah, yeah. So I think that they've done an awesome job with it. I mean, I can't fault it. I was just out of the box, just absolutely impressed. You've even got like the red sort of detail on the shoulder there, as you can see too. Just the hands, the wrist sculpt, sort of way they've done it, the chest, everything, like sort of the abs there and everything, just absolutely awesome.
Articulation in itself is quite good, and I find out of the box I've actually opened two now, and the joints are stiff in a way that they're very posable, and I would say that it would last a while, you know, if you're using imposing and stuff, as opposed to some of the original War for Cybertron range that came out. They came out of the box floppy, and yeah, these ones are coming out really stiff and firm, and yeah, I'd say they're a bit better quality.
Yeah, you definitely got a good point there, because like throwing back to like the Blitzwing and Octane, like Titan's Returns, like I remember their arms being quite, you know, not very articulated.
Shaking, right?
Yeah, so as you can see, like the hand, yeah, very stiff. So lots of good there. So I find it really well done. Moving on into the ship version. So anyway, final thoughts on the figure itself there in this mode. What do you think? What would you rate it?
I'd give it a solid 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
I would actually say that other people in this form have referred to this one and the Hot Rod as mini masterpiece.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. That's a good way to put it. Definitely.
Because the level of detail, articulation, and coloring and design is like fairly on par with Masterpiece, but smaller and a slightly cheaper version of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it ticks all the boxes. The only thing it's sort of missing there would probably be like the fingers, really, to be
fingers,
to be Masterpiece there, or downscaled Masterpiece version. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, I feel a request coming on.
Maybe some fingers. I'm not sure if can you pull those hands out. Maybe.
Yeah, you can't.
There you go.
They're screwed, so you would have to screw it off and then replace the hands with articulated hands. But that could be done.
Could be. There you go. Put your request in now. Now you've got some comparisons there. You've got the other ones. You've got the 86 Hot Rod.
Yeah, I've got the deluxe. Oh, the Hot Rod is also Voyager.
Voyager, yep.
Class.
Yep.
It's in here. He's lovely as well. I think that he's a bit small in comparison, but he also comes with a lot of bits and pieces. So we're talking the Matrix with the flash out effects and his two firearms. He's pretty snazzy and he transforms quite well. He looks really good. There is a slight issue with his mold though. When you transform into the car, the lower wheel sits on a funny angle. I've already seen people like showing up, like how you could cut a small piece out of where the blood goes into.
Imagine kids doing that.
Yeah, like stab. So don't try that at home. But
yeah,
he's pretty good. And the coupe himself, deluxe, fantastic.
Excellent.
I think he's great. I think he reminds me of. Where are you? There we go. We got a G1 coupe.
Yeah,
here.
Wow.
That's a really old school toy right there.
Wow, very
And there's
old.
his counterpart, you know. I feel like when you look at this, you're like, well, that's what they had to work with at the time. But now looking at this, it's like, yeah, you know, he kind of gives that feel.
Yeah, all these figures are doing their justice, throwing right back to the movie itself and the old figures. So they've definitely, like, it's everything I could want from a very old figure, very old character into now modern technology, modern sort of figure. So it looks awesome. Yeah, so
mainly war stories now.
I would definitely rate Scourge there as well, like at least a 9 out of 10 for me, if not even a 10. It's just so good in that form. So moving into the ship slash futuristic jet slash boat slash whatever you want to call it mode.
Hoverboat. Yeah.
Hoverboat, yeah. So absolutely awesome. Looks exactly like it did in the movie. Really can't fault it. You got the nice blast effect that you can plug in there. Got the insignia there in the middle. Looks really nice there. Not too messy underneath either. Everything sort of folds there, so you could have it sort of hanging up above, and it wouldn't look too bad. He's got the sort of what do you call them, the hovercraft sort of looking things there on the back there. So I think it's very well done. It's a size of it is really nice too. So Transformers nice size. Yeah. The only sort of gripe I had with this is these side panels here. I just can't get them to get very flush. Not sure if you ran into that issue, but yeah, they seem to just pop, just not really.
They pop out a little bit easier, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that's just the way maybe I've transformed it, but I've tried undoing it and doing it a few times, and I just come out with the same sort of issue. So. Also, if you've noticed that you can actually show off his head there too, but this piece gets in the way. You've got his head, but then still that piece is in the way. I would love to maybe just remove that piece. I can see there is sort of screws there. I'm not sure how you'd go about that, but I think I'd prefer to have that because, correct me if I'm wrong, but in most of the series and stuff, the head is visible in the cartoons anyway. Pretty sure. Yeah. So especially in the movie and that there is glimpses where you see the head. But otherwise it's still cool like that. You've got the nice sort of red sort of touch there just up on there. And yeah, it looks awesome. This awesome sculpting around it, all around here as well. So this looks all really nice. Even the little grooves around here and on the side. So they didn't really half-assed it. They've done a really stellar job.
Yeah, they did a great job.
The insignia isn't just some crappy sticker either. It's a proper decal. Yeah, so absolutely awesome. So I'm just indecisive of how and where I want to pose these now because there's just so many things I want to do with this. So I would love to have more of these and sort of just have them all sort of sitting up and all coming down and just have Galvatron and everything to create the whole sort of scene there from the the 86 poster, But I'm glad I got the two versions there from you because that's what I wanted. I was like, right, if I want to get this character, I really want to show it off and give it justice because there's nothing else like this. I mean, it's not a jet. It's not. It's totally unique, And same with Scourge himself. Like this, that doesn't look like anything. It doesn't look like a robot. It looks like a huntsman sort of like character. He is his own.
The only other character I think that's been depicted in a similar sense to Scourge would have been what's his name? Because he's in the new Earthrise, and Primus, isn't it?
Primus, no.
Yeah, the old fella in the new Earthrise that has the hammer of Primus, and he banishes things.
Alpha Trion.
Alpha Trion. God, yeah.
Yes.
Brain fart.
Yes.
Edit that out. Yeah. No. Yeah. Alpha Trion, because he's got the whole classic beard thing going on,
Yes, yeah, so he would have been, the first, that's for sure. And then Scourge has obviously been a evolution of that sort of design and taken it to the next sort of demonic sort of gothic sort of level, which is all the whole vibe of the 86 sort of Galvatron era sort of characters. They've also got the ability where you can put the gun on the side here too. Pretty meh, I would. Not really something
on the side, I agree. But I was looking at that. The side ports are always a good idea because when you get different blast effects, you can port them in and then have it in different scenes and scenarios and such, like getting blasted or blown up.
Yeah, that'd probably be the only sort of use for it because I don't really like this gun sitting on there like that. It doesn't really make it look. It just looks stick out like a sore thumb and you loses all the aesthetic of it. So, yeah. So leave a comment below, guys. Let us all know what you guys think. If you've gotten this one yourself, we would love to know what you think. If you haven't ordered one yourself there, if you are in Australia and the surrounds, definitely consider ordering from Cybertron Surgery. You'll get them nice and quick. And yeah, with the blast effect there, it does look cool. I'm indecisive whether to have it with that or without that. It is cool. There hasn't been many of these sort of coloured ones, that's for sure. It definitely looks good on the figure here, that's for sure. That looks
It's an all new blast effect.
Yeah, it is.
Well.
Yeah,
I've seen it before. Consider
yes,
making some up myself, similar.
for sure. So, what other thoughts have you got about the ship version here?
I think the ship version's great. I mean, it just screams, like you say. You hold that in your hand, you're like, God, I want to do the scene from the poster. It has that same feel to it.
Yeah.
Whereas I found with other Scourges in the past and other 86 variants, and they've sort of they capture everything in one mode but not the other, or vice versa, sort of thing. But now it's got the feels of both.
Yeah. I found that with like the Titans Return line too, like the Blitzwing one particularly was really cool in the tank mode, and then the jet mode was okay, but then the robot mode was just absolutely terrible. And it only seems now they're starting to get this right, where they're getting them, really, really well done, especially the Seekers. I mean, like, they just look absolutely phenomenal, the Cybertron ones anyway. So, I mean, that's the best thing that's ever been released, with all the battle damage and everything, just sculpt. You could make lines of these for days. I'd buy them all the characters. Release them all. So
I recently bought 12 Thundercrackers. Because I've been doing customs. So people ask me, oh, can you do an Acid Storm? Can you do a Dirge? Can you do whatever? So I found that if I see them cheap in the wild, I'll grab them. And if I get them wholesale, I'll always get extra and put them aside for myself.
Wow.
That way, people ask for customs, I can pop them out a lot cheaper than them having to buy the figure.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so if you're after a custom, guys, definitely hit up Cybertron Surgery. He's helped me out with some customs. I'm sure you've seen from my Sound Blaster scene that I've got up there. We've got some customs in there. The sort of goons, we've called them, from the Netflix series. So that's Impactor turned into one of Sound Blaster's goons. So, yeah, definitely.
Which there seem to be some variants of them, the same exact kind of moldy paint in the new Earthrise that were the minions of the
yeah, and they were done as the reflectors. There was lots of like clones of them hanging around, I noticed too. So different sort of colours and variations. It was all dark, like you couldn't really see, but I'm like, that's a clone. They're everywhere.
They're everywhere. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, I think that about wraps it up. I would definitely rate the Scourge there probably a 9 out of 10 there as well. Definitely on point, so it's absolutely amazing. So considering maybe getting some more of him in the future and recreating that awesome iconic scene, but I'm waiting for the Cyclonus to come in stock there. I've been heard it's coming out in March, so it's been delayed there from what I've been told, so for us to hear anyway in Australia. So I'll be looking to get that one next, so stay tuned to the channel, guys, when that one comes out. I'll definitely be reviewing that one there. If Ben gets hands on it as well at the same time, which we seem to, we might be doing another one of these. So thanks so much for joining us, Ben, and don't forget to drop us a like, guys, below. Smash that subscribe button. Check out Cybertron Surgery's details are below for all your custom sort of work, and to catch you guys in the next one.
Cheers.